What's going on? Hey, welcome in. What's up, Paulie Buck, JT Coin Rings, Dude Dave? Hey, how you guys doing? Thank you for joining my totally unplanned 1000% impromptu live stream to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. How's it going? Welcome in, VMC, Wayne Burbrink. How's everybody doing? Absolutely by the dip. Hey, good to hear, VMC. So it's Veterans Day weekend, and I have been busting my butt to get all the to get as much work as I could done this weekend around the house so that I can take Sunday off and just chill. And I figured I would just go live with you guys here for, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. I haven't done a live in probably over a year. Yeah, talk about whatever you want to talk about. So yeah, Silver Fox, what? You can't hear me? I'm sorry that you can't hear me. I'm streaming on my phone and I am like 3 inches away from it. So you guys let me know if there's anything I can try to adjust though, if the sound isn't great, because as mentioned, I don't do this very often. Wayne, yeah, 10 ounces is a great goal. I would like to have 10 ounces of gold myself. Yeah, thoughts on the 1/10 ounce gold? Well, I've got some 1/10 ounce gold right here, and I really like them because, first of all, I don't have like a huge budget month to month for stacking. Sometimes I have more and sometimes I have less, right? But I like to kind of set these goals for gold and silver. And I think like, adding a 10th ounce gold coin to your stack each month is a good kind of beginning goal for a stacker that's looking to get away from, or not necessarily get away from silver, but add to their gold stack. Yeah, some people fault them for the premiums, but to be honest with you, everybody has a different budget, right? We all make different money, and we have different responsibilities. And so the 10th ounce gold coins just work for me. Obviously, if you can afford to save up for the quarter ounce gold, whether it be, it doesn't have to be a gold eagle, but any of the quarter ounce coins out there, then I do recommend that, because when you have a quarter ounce gold coin in your hand, you can feel the weight of you can feel that. With the 10th ounce gold coins, it's not so much. It's about the size of a fingernail. So obviously, I would recommend, if you could save for, the quarter ounce for fractional gold, I think that's your best bet. Let's see, getting ready to go live myself sometime tonight. All right, VMC. I don't know if I'll be available, to be honest with you, because I pulled down all the Christmas decorations from the attic today. That was a bitch. I was, let's just say it was hot up there, and I was up there for a good hour because I also had to put all the Halloween stuff and a bunch of other stuff that had been kind of collecting in the garage up into the attic. So I was up there for an hour, and I live in Florida. You guys know that. It was pretty warm. So probably lost about 5 pounds, but got it knocked out. Let's see. Okay, good. Hey, thanks for the info on the sound. That's good to hear. Angel, hey, welcome, buddy. Jake, good to see you. Steven, good to see you. Excalibur, welcome. Silver Fox, I was just kidding. I was just this. Oh, okay. The sound of my, yeah. Hey, I do have a mechanical keyboard kind of close to the phone. Hopefully it won't annoy you guys too much if I start, I don't know, using it, if we want to look at like, I don't know, if we want to look up anything during this stream. Let's see. Been lucky collecting old jewelry, mostly 14 karat. Took like 15 years of yard sales to get 5 ounces of gold. Wayne, that's actually not a bad idea. So many of you probably know I spend quite a bit of time in the coin shop each week. I would say I spend about an hour to 2 hours every week in coin shops. And while I'm in there, when customers are kind of interacting with the coin dealers, I usually just kind of drift to the side and, hide in the shadows a little bit and wait till they're done. And then, begin, talking to the guys in the shop again, talking about whatever we're talking about. And I've noticed a lot of people, and namely, I would say women, and I'm going to assume that some of them may be widowers, but they've been coming in and they've been trying to sell old jewelry, very old. A lot of it's broken, most of it's gold, and I think the coin shop pays 85% of melt, and they test it right there and determine the actual quality of the gold. So it's kind of neat, because I'm a bullion guy, Florida stacker, right? That's pretty much what I do is just kind of the boring old bullion stuff. And I'm getting more into currency and coins, and I'm learning, just like you guys. I'm learning so much. The more time I spend in the coin shop, the more I learn. But moral of the story is a lot of people are selling jewelry right now. I've even seen like some, flatware and silverware and stuff like that coming in. It's probably because prices are a little bit up. They were there for a while on silver, namely, and gold, getting closer to that all-time high again on gold. So, some people that have been holding on to their broken jewelry, their watches, it's probably been sitting in drawers for years. Who knows? They're running down to the coin shop and trying to turn that into cash because yeah, things are expensive. Things are expensive for everybody. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you, JT Coin Rings. It is coming up. Today is a Marine Corps birthday, right? Happy birthday to all those Marines out there. Didn't it start in a tavern somewhere in, where was it? Was it Massachusetts? I wasn't a Marine, so don't fault me, okay? I don't know the full story. Let's see. Howdy, Brad. Hey, welcome. Hey, welcome, Beto. Zook, hey, how's it going in Canada? How's it going up there? Angel, what do you think about pre-33 gold and do you have any? So I actually don't, Angel. I don't own any pre-33 gold, but I love pre-33 gold. My philosophy, because guys, keep in mind, I've only been stacking for 6 years, and when I started stacking back in 2017, 2018 timeframe, I was on a really small budget. So of course I was mostly focused on silver, mainly like back then I was really into Maple Leafs, Britannias, Philharmonics, things that were cheaper than even the Eagles weren't even that bad back then. I think they were like 250 over spot, three over spot, but I was still trying to stack, like a dollar over spot, right? And I just had a thing for coins. I don't know, I just like them. So I became kind of the silver tube guy on YouTube, and we filled a bunch of empty silver tubes, and I think we need to get back to that. I'm excited for the 2024 coins, by the way. But to get back to your question, Angel, I feel like pre-33 coins for me, and this is just me, will come, but I don't have enough gold and silver bullion yet, and I haven't paid off enough like major things. For instance, I still have a mortgage. I don't have a car payment. Both of our cars are paid off. I did do that. But like my daughter's about to get braces. She does competitive dance and cheer. My son is in jujitsu and music, and he's very talented. And I've got a lot of these, just like all you guys out there, right? I got not just the normal bills, but I got all these other expensive kind of going out. So I've been mostly focused on just building a stack of silver rounds, silver coins, silver bars, and then fractional gold. And when I can afford it, the larger 1 ounce gold coins. But in the future, as my stack matures, right, and my budget kind of frees up a little bit, I think you'll see a lot more pre-33. That's kind of my take on it. I talked to my coin dealer quite a bit about putting me into coins. It's just that, the prices on them tend to be a little bit higher for the amount of metal that you get, and I haven't quite like finished those earlier goals that I set. So once we get some other goals knocked out, you'll see more pre-33 on the channel. I'm OCD, guys, and it's hard for me to just buy this, like one of this, one of that, one of that. I can, but I like to focus on the core stuff, at least right now, where I'm at personally, where I'm at, and that's really what this channel's about, is just kind of honestly just talking about, what I'm up to, what I've been doing, and what works for me. And then if you guys can learn anything from that and grow from that, that's awesome. And then I learn and grow, from all of you as well. Many of you guys are much more experienced than I am. I just have a camera, and I lay this stuff out on the table and talk. That's the only difference. Let's see here. So yeah, pre-33 does go for the good stuff does. I really enjoy Beto. I really enjoy going to coin shows and seeing some of the really big coin dealers that have like just cases full of the stuff, stacks and stacks of, $2.50, $5 tens up to 20 gold coins. I just love that stuff. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. So we've got, yeah, Angel, anytime, man. Any questions you got? Casey, anyone else love Libertads and Kookaburras, or is it just me? Well, I don't know if William Fender's in the stream tonight, but he's a longtime subscriber, and he's huge on the Libertads. I have a Libertad in within arm's reach. If you give me just a second, I'll grab it. I personally, guys, like if I was buying Libertads right now, I would probably buy the 5 ounce Libertads because when you look at the price, you get them for a little bit better price when they first come out, and also they they're sexy. I don't know what else to say. So this is a 2 ounce Libertad, and believe it or not, guys, this was a gift. This was a gift. Somebody a subscriber, actually a member on my channel sent this to me about 2 years ago as a gift. Talk about a nice gift, right? And yeah, so I would never get rid of it because of that reason alone, and also because it's a Libertad. I really like the Libertads. So yeah, my thoughts on them are that if you're going to collect a modern day silver coin, now you guys see a lot of videos that I do with the Perth Mint stuff. Many different series coming out of the Perth Mint, right? And they're beautiful, they're cool, they're unique, and they're neat. And some of them do really appreciate in value over time, numismatic value, but chances are not so much, right? The truth is, if you really want to invest, and I say invest, right? Because you're not really stacking for weight when you're buying Mexican silver Libertads. You're paying a pretty hefty premium for it. So you're looking for numismatic value over spot. Um, so I would look at Libertads and silver peace dollars to begin, and of course there's American silver eagles. The most popular coin to collect is the American silver eagle. I have a slabbed? Hold on, let me wiggle this computer mouse here so I can keep the light on. Starting out collecting while stacking and collecting together is a lot of fun because you're stacking the simple stuff to build weight, to have a savings account, to achieve whatever financial goals that you want to achieve, whether it be prepping for a disaster or just you suck at saving cash like I do. And so saving in precious metals just works, but collecting along the way can be a lot of fun. So kind of going off tangent a little bit, but the Libertad, American Silver Eagles, and then I also have within arm's reach, so I'll grab it, a silver peace dollar. And let me just grab one of those real quick. Yeah, this is just a common date piece silver dollar. Let's see what year this is. This is a 1924. So the 22s and 23s are a little more common than the 24s and the 25s. And so these will drive a little bit higher price when they're in really good condition. But I think like if you want to collect coins and you're new, right? You don't know what a you're not familiar with a lot of constitutional silver coins like 1800, early 1900 half dollars. I'm not really even talking like basic 90% stuff, but I'm talking, some real valuable coins. We're talking dimes that are worth $1,000 type stuff. That's really confusing for even someone like me that tries to pay very close attention to the metals all the time. I think like American Silver Eagles, Libertads, and silver peace dollars are an affordable way to collect silver, and they also appreciate in value over time. So if you want to put some of your wealth into a collection where you're not thinking about like SHTF here, you're not thinking about, oh crap, Christmas is coming and things have been slow at work, so I need to go sell some silver so that we can have Christmas or Thanksgiving, whatever is going on in your life. Your coin collection is kind of outside of that because you want to sell to another person and you don't want to sell to a coin shop typically. You want to go to a coin show or sell to another person. That way you capture that numismatic value and you get the most premium back on your purchase. And I think if you stick with Libertads, peace silver dollars, and American silver eagles, they're always in demand. No, they're not that, it's not like it's some crazy old European badass coin. It's not. You can do that if you want to. I'm just talking about mostly for getting started. I would recommend that. And I'm happy to read any of the comments if you guys have any other suggestions. I just think those are great ways to start collecting silver and maybe get a little build a little valuable collection, beside your stack of precious metals, that is. Let's see. I just picked up a BU. Oh yeah, okay. So I mentioned modern silver coins, and the modern Libertads are really beautiful. But you can also pick up this. I think it's 19. Don't quote guys. Don't go nuclear on me if I'm wrong here. But I think you can get some late 70s. But I know you can definitely get early 80s Libertads, and those are pretty sweet too, right? They're a little bit different size. I think they're around 38 millimeters, maybe even smaller, but they're thick. Really neat design. I don't have one that I can show you right now. I only have this 2 ounce Libertad that's here in this room with me. But yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous coins. I see Casey's talking with Richard. I love when you guys get a chance to interact in the live streams. That's awesome. No plans to sell anytime soon. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have plans to sell, the bulk stuff, the core stuff. I still have a lot of stacking to do. And honestly, I mean, come on, just look at what's going on in the economy and the world. I feel like with each passing year, the reasons to stack just continue to grow. Hey, we have 30 in the live stream. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button, if you're enjoying what's going on, this conversation so far, I'd appreciate that. That tells the YouTube overlords that we're having a good conversation in here. By the way, cheers to all of you. I did my ice has melted quite a bit, but I poured this maybe a half hour ago. But I do have some Gentleman Jack whiskey, and I'm not much of a drink. The truth is, guys, I don't really drink that much, but um, I got this bottle from a friend of mine. I spent quite a bit of time at Fort Benning. I was in the airborne for a little while, did a couple jumps, and he got this for me. He actually got this for me after I retired. And what I do is I buy like a regular bottle of Gentleman Jack, and then I just pour it back into this bottle and I keep it. And it's a cheap, not so bad whiskey that I enjoy to have a drink of every now and then. And then, hey, one more thing, guys. I got my currency auction that's going to be happening tomorrow on Whatnot. If that's not your thing, no big deal. But I did want to kind of show you let me show you some of these cool bills. These are not mine. These are actually my CoinShops bills. And we're kind of testing the water here to see if there's enough interest in this, in currency and bullion and some coins on Whatnot. And what they will do is they will provide me inventory and I will auction it. And then, they get what they need for their inventory. And if there's a little profit left over, then old Florida Stacker can put that into his own stack. So these are some of the bills. I have a ton of basic silver certificates and some nicer bills, but I do have a lot of $1 and $2 and $5 bills that'll be $1 starts on that auction. So you might be able to get something that you like pretty cheap. And then I do also have some more expensive stuff, like even a $500 bill I'll show you here in just a minute. But yeah, just wanted to tell you I'm kind of getting into this. And the ultimate goal, my friends, is that I want to work with gold, and I want to work in the gold and silver industry full time. Right now, I don't. I have a 9 to 5 job. I've got my military retirement and some VA disability, and then whatever income YouTube brings in for me. But I would really like to, at some point in the next couple of years, uh, either become my own dealer altogether or partner with a coin shop and maybe run like the online side of it, the social media, the marketing, auctions, stuff that's on the technology side of the gold and silver industry, where I'm at right now, right here with YouTube, talking with you guys. So it's something that I'd really like to get into. And so we're going to test the waters and we're going to see if we can make a couple bucks doing this, right? Partnering with my coin shop and also save obviously you guys because you can get some damn good deals on Whatnot. I did my first auction the other night and lost about $100. I sold 56 items. $1,166 was the total revenue, but I did lose about 100. And because you got to start somewhere, and I didn't really have a whole lot of people in the auction. So, Silver Eagles were going for like $23. I sold some silver rounds for $20. I sold a 10 ounce copper bar for $10. I got ripped. Look at this, man. Check out this copper. I know it's copper. It's not silver. It's not gold. But these germanium copper bars, Yeah, I ran one of these and I was hoping to get like 25 for it. I got $10. So, um, as I grow my exposure over there, I get more followers and more people tune into my auctions and stuff. Obviously, I think that the low prices will probably start to go away because there'll be more competition. But you guys get the point. If you're into that kind of stuff, I'll post a link into the chat here in a couple. I'll post it here in a minute. I just need to read what you guys are saying first and catch up with that. So let's go ahead and catch up with that first, and then I can talk more about. Uh, yeah, hey, I've only done one, and you're right. Just I see your question. It's all the way down at the bottom, or your statement all the way down at the bottom. Yeah, I did start a couple. I only had like 5 or 6 guys in my auction when I started, so I was I wasn't really. When I had more than 20 in the bullion auction I did, it was just a pilot auction just to kind of test the waters. I started getting more fair prices. I did get like 27 to 29 for a couple silver eagles. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to catch up with the chat here real quick. Let's see. We did talk about the Libertans. Let's see here. The Lunar Year of the Dragon just released from the Perth Mint. Yeah, hey Casey. So I do have a partnership with Atmex, as many of you know. They like to contact me and send me a coin each month. It's usually just like a $30 to $40 silver coin. They send it to me and I do a review and I get to keep the coin. I think it's a pretty sweet gig. I get to share the coin with you guys and I get to keep a silver coin for just doing a video on it. But I'm going to ask them to send me the Lunar Year of the Dragon for next month. So that means I won't be able to show it to you guys until December, unfortunately. The Morgan dollar. So Excalibur, the Morgan dollar obviously is there's more money. There's a large I think there's a larger collector base for the Morgans than the peace dollars. The reason if the question is somewhat related to what I said about collecting peace dollars, um, I was really talking about just getting started because you can get the peace dollars in BU condition for a lot cheaper than, really nice Morgans. Now you can get the 1921 Morgans for a pretty good price. Um, they're the most common, right? So there's not going to be as much numismatic value with a 1921 Morgan silver dollar. I just think that the silver piece dollar, there's a little bit more opportunity in it right now. Kind of like, the Morgans dominate the market compared to the piece dollars. Kind of like gold is much more valuable than silver. I just think that there's a little bit more opportunity in piece dollars because you can still get them at a good price. And over time, they're just going to keep getting older, right? So that's just my take. I could be wrong. Maybe Morgans are the way to go. Let's go back to the chat here. Do you have a favorite piece you like to stack from West Stephen? So for just straight up bullion, I like the Canadian silver maple leaf as a silver coin. I think all around it wins on the most marks. Comparing it to like the sovereign coins that are most of us are familiar with. So the Silver Eagle, the Maple, the Krugerrand, the Britannia, the Philharmonic, the Kangaroo. I would say those. If I'm missing any, let me know. But I think those are kind of like the core 5 or 6 there. I just think the Maple Leaf has the security features. It has the radial lines. It doesn't milk spot. It's usually close in price to everything but the Silver Eagle. It tends to be a bit cheaper than the Silver Eagle. And sometimes when you look at the spread, and what I mean by that is what you're paying for an American Silver Eagle versus what a coin shop is buying them for, right? It's important to know both sides of that. Hey, they're selling them for 450 over spot. They're buying them for 3 over spot. Sometimes the spread on newer Maple Leafs, the 2018 and newers, is better. So you get them a little cheaper and you sell them for less than an eagle, but the difference between the two is tighter. And so I guess there's less risk of you losing on premium with a maple leaf than there is with an eagle. But however, we saw what happened with the silver eagles during that, kind of I don't want to say silver squeeze in the sense that there was an actual squeeze, but during that period of time during kind of the COVID era where a lot of people were running out and buying silver, and there were supply chain shortages, the Eagle premiums like went crazy. You guys all saw them go $15, right? At some places, and people were still buying them. So I think there's a case for stacking a lot of American Silver Eagles too. On the gold side, It's tough, but the gold buffalo is probably my preferred gold coin. So I would say the silver maple leaf and then the gold buffalo. If could only stack one of each metal, that would probably be what I would stack. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. Krugerrands are really neat. They are. It's cool to see Krugerrands next to the other gold coins because they have such a beautiful color that with the copper mixed in with them. Yeah, happy Veterans Day to everyone. Just a bunch of 5 ounce Libertads and two. Super happy. Yeah, Justin, I love the 5 ouncers. I don't have one here to show you, but that would be my if I were brand new buying Libertads right now, I would buy the 5 ouncers the year that they came out, right? Because buying the 5 ouncer tends to be cheaper than buying five of the 1 ouncers, and just people love them. You're never going to have an issue getting rid of them. I mean, maybe you won't get the full premium you want super easy, but if you hold out long enough, I feel like you'll get the right price for them. Just gonna drink a little water here and have a sip of whiskey, and then I'll get back to the chat. And then I guess we can talk a little bit. I need to put that link in the stream, right? So I'll do that here in just a minute. Mm. So I do actually have four more of these Geiger copper bars. Pretty cool. Looks like I got a little moisture on the box here. Oops. I don't know if I'm going to keep those or not. I don't really stack copper. I have like a little bit of copper, but not much. But because they're Germania Mint ones, I said Geiger, didn't I? I screwed that up. Because these are Germania Mint copper bars, I just kind of like the appeal of that because they do them so well. So I think I might keep them, and then I don't know, maybe we'll do some giveaways. I need to schedule that, do some giveaways here on the channel. What do you guys think? I think these go for like about $30. I think Hero Bullion has them for like 25, $30. So yeah, maybe we'll just do some giveaways. What do you think about that? If anyone likes that idea, then I'll tell you what, during my next video, and I plan to do that Sunday, we'll go ahead and do a giveaway in that video to a lucky viewer, okay? For a copper bar. I just want to say thanks to all you guys for checking me out and spending time with me tonight. Let's see here. I tried Whatnot, personally didn't like it, much prefer the YouTube. Hey, Richard, yeah, there is that possibility too for me to do YouTube. I think that because I'm partnering with a brick and mortar business here, that in the beginning we want to try to do everything in a way that is fully documented, if that makes sense, for tax purposes, and just these guys are actually giving me thousands of dollars worth of silver and gold product and letting me walk out of their store with it and then auction it off. So there's a level of trust here. Let me go ahead and show you that. Speaking of level of trust, look at this. This isn't mine. So I'll be auctioning this off, and that is not the price that the bidding will start at. So don't let that shock you. But it is kind of up there. It's up there. Now this is a $500 bill, and it's in pretty good shape. These things go for 13, 14, $1,500 on eBay. And yeah, I mean, let's read the fine print there. Let's read the fine print. So, I can't get I forgot during the live streams, I can't get the camera to zoom. It doesn't zoom. Maybe you guys can read that. Looks like you can read that though. Yeah, you can read that. So that's pretty cool, huh? Let me find that 10. Yeah, let's read the print there. Let's see what the print says. This is a Federal Reserve note. That's cool to see the Federal Reserve notes from way back then. Look at that. Do you read what that says? Authorized by Federal Reserve Act of December 23rd, 1913, which I think if you do your history, and I'm not wise enough on it to talk too much to it. I don't want to, embarrass myself, but I think that they jammed that through against the people's will, if memory serves me right. So anyways, pretty cool stuff there. Let me head back to the chat now. Okay, let's see. The Krugerrand, yeah, we saw in case the silver lunar design. I haven't really paid much attention, Casey, to the design. It's something I'll take a look at it though. Yeah, I really do like. Hey, Sailor Stacking, welcome. I'm new to stacking this year, but my buying habits are shaping up boring, like 2 is 1, one more with gold eagles and tubes of. There's nothing wrong with that boiler, Matt. And 2 is 1 is um, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing this a lot longer. When I say this, I mean stacking and saving wealth in precious metals. He's older than I am, that's true, but he's also been doing it longer than me, and he's got a lot of knowledge. I think the quarter ounce gold eagle and silver eagles are you really can't go wrong with that. 4 weeks ago, I upgraded my eagles for buffaloes and it only cost me $10 a coin. Oh, Sean, so you swapped out some AGEs for the gold? Yeah, I've done that before. I've actually purchased a couple little fractional Philharmonics and taken them to my coin shop and paid $10 and gotten an eagle. That I want because I want to hold the eagle long term. I know that some of you guys are probably like, you're dumb, and maybe I am, but I've done that before. Let's see here. Cruise and Libertines don't have face values. Yeah, dude, you're right. I mean, well, the Krugs have they're it's a rand. So the rand is the currency of South Africa. It's a Kruger. Paul Kruger is the guy, the neckbeard guy on the front. I unfortunately don't have a Kruger rand near me to show you, but you guys know what it looks like. And then the rand, so it is a 1 rand. So the Kruger does have a fiat backing. I'm not sure if you knew that or not. But the Libertad, you're correct. There's no, and did you guys know that the reason, I don't know if this is true, but I did hear this before, that the Libertads don't have the peso because the peso was such a poor performing fiat currency compared to, the US dollar, the Canadian dollar, the British pound, etc., that the Mexican mint decided that it would hurt the Libertad to actually back it with the peso. So they decided not to, but it's still a coin, even though it doesn't have that Mexican peso backing. So nice bars. Yeah, they are nice. Excalibur, they are nice bars. They're germane. That's why I decided to try to sell them through some of these whatnot auctions, is because they are really a nice bar. I think I can get more than $10 for them, like I did that guy got really lucky. Nadir bars are also really nice. Yeah, I like those too. Let's see here. The Germania, yeah, which man? I'm sorry, guys. I'm reading the chat, trying to catch up. So, Boiler Matt says my kid recently picked up a 10 Germania bar, smaller than we. Yeah, they are smaller. Let's see. Let's go ahead and grab the 10 ounce. I know this is copper, and I don't have the 10 ounce silver one. But I mean, take a look at a slab. Or hey, here's a better way to look at it. Let's find a. So this $500 bill is the same size as a modern day note. I mean, you see how small the bar actually is. I think for new stackers, they think a 10-ounce bar is going to be pretty big. If you're shocked by that, just wait till you buy a 10th ounce gold eagle, your first 10th ounce gold eagle, and that shows up. You'll be like, wow. I mean, it's gold and I love them, but they're a little, honestly, they're a little underwhelming. Let's see here. I like the Perth Mint. Yeah, Perth Mint stuff is outstanding. I really like the Perth Mint stuff. Usually when ATMEX sends me silver coins to review, they give me some options, and I tend to go with whatever the latest Kookaburra, uh, koala, swan, the wedge-tailed eagle. What else we got? The myths and legends, the dragons and stuff like that. Yeah, whatever the Perth Mint puts out, because it comes in a capsule. It's usually a nice coin. Hmm. I want to show you another piece of currency here. Check this one out, guys. Look at this. I think this is from 1876 or 1877. This is a quarter. Yeah, check out this quarter. This is fractional currency. That is some cool stuff, isn't it? Here, let me flip it around. You get a good view of the back. Yeah, 25 cents. This is from the 1870s. This is cool stuff here. I think the auction for this starts. I think this one starts around $20. Somewhere in that 15 or $20 is the starting bid for this particular note. Pretty cool stuff. Let me see what else I got here. Oh yeah, hey, I did get a couple of these in. Have you guys seen these? These are the Korean, what is it? The Korean Comsco mint, I think it is. This is the half ounce version I can't remember what is it? The Dogabe? The Dogabe maybe. The Dogabe stacker. I think that's what they're called. But it comes in a capsule, which is super nice. But you can see like the Scottsdale stackers that you can actually stack them if they weren't in the capsules. But unfortunately, the capsules are not incuse like the coin. I guess this is a coin. It is a coin. This is pretty cool though. What do you think? So I auctioned off a few of these. I think I got about 15 to 20 bucks. I think I sold four of them. They're pretty neat. What else do I got here? Got a few more things to show you, and then I'll check back on the chat. Oh, I like this one. Hey, this is going to be one of the cheaper things we'll auction off tomorrow. But it's a silver certificate star note. See, it's a star note too. So it's kind of it's not perfect. As you can tell, it's not perfect, but yeah, really nice. Series 1957 star note silver certificate. I think this one starts at like $2, $2 or $3 maybe tomorrow during the auction. So, and then I do have a couple, I think it's just two graded notes. This is one of them. I don't quite remember what the starting bid price is for this. Keeping in mind, guys, that this is my coin shop, one of my coin shop's notes. And so I do have like kind of, general numbers that they're looking for on some of the bills that will be auctioned. I'd say probably about 20 or 30 of the bills have, a price that they have to get to, or it won't sell. But a lot of them are going to be $1 starts because they're going to be your basic gold and silver certificates or just early print runs of $2 bills, $5 bills, and $1 bills and stuff. So yeah, this is pretty cool stuff here. The gold certificates, I think it's pretty neat. Obviously I prefer to hold more in the metals than the notes, but I do think that there's a lot of history here. I mean, you could redeem, what does that say? This certificate is legal tender in the amount thereof in payment of all debts and dues, public and private. It's hard for me to read. Unfortunately, I'm kind of blind right now. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. So let's check the chat out and see what you guys think. Kennedy Allen, hey Florida Stacker, I won a 1 gram maple leaf from you a while back. Oh yeah, you did. Hey man, that was a good Kennedy. That might have been the best giveaway that I've ever done. A whole 1 gram maple leaf. I auctioned off 4 grams of gold as well as three of those 1/100th ounce Scottsdale bars. Those tiny little fingernail gold bars. And they went for like 20, those little Scottsdales went for like 25. And then the 1 gram gold bars I auctioned were actually the Britannias, and I think they're super nice looking. But I only got like 68 to $72 each for them. So I actually lost money on those. But that's okay because, I'm trying to build my brand, try to build my reputation, not just as, somebody that talks on YouTube, but also as a potential reseller. And if you're new to the stream, I already covered it, but the eventual plan is to just work with gold and silver full time and maybe become my own bullion dealer one day, or at least be one of the owners or partners in some type of arrangement with some other guys. So that's kind of the plan. I know that's kind of stumbling on my words there because I really don't exactly get that hair out of the way. I do have a couple dogs, so it happens. You get my point. You got to start somewhere, right? So this is where I'm starting. You can go to a Mexican bank and get higher than silver spot price for Libertads. That's Casey. I've heard that before. I have heard that before. That's pretty cool. Creative experiments. Gold going to keep dropping for at least a couple weeks. Yeah, that's probably going to be the case, which is fine by me. I mean, I'm not anywhere near the age or where I really want to start selling gold. I did sell gold to buy my house, and then I had to sell 1 ounce of gold, but mostly silver, a little later in order to pay for some home repairs that had to happen this summer. You guys are tracking. I lost 3 oak trees there. Well, technically I only lost two during the windstorm, but then we had to actually take the other one down too because it was compromised. It was going to come down, and I lost 116 feet of fence line, so it was expensive. Um, and quite honestly, I bought my home. This is like my forever home that I purchased in January of 2021. And oh, by the way, I got 2.25% interest on it. I got in before this craziness that this new economy has brought for us as far as interest rates. So I'm never going to sell because why would I walk away from a 2.25% mortgage, 30-year fixed rate? So I'm staying here, not going anywhere, not anytime soon at least. And yeah, I had to put some money into the down payment to get a better payment and all that stuff. So I have sold metals a couple of times, but to be honest with you guys, I don't really sell that much. At least not my stuff. I'll sell other people's stuff, or maybe I'll sell a little bit here and there. But when it comes to the core items like silver eagles, maples, and gold, I do my best not to. The objective is to stack it, not to separate from it. So let's take a look back at the chat. If things get worse or terrible, gold and silver, yeah, Beto, because gold and silver are safe haven assets, people look to gold to save their wealth and prevent from losing its value, like can happen in the cryptocurrency. Yeah, sure, you can make a ton of money in the cryptocurrency or the stock market, options, you can make money doing a bunch of stuff. I still personally think that the best way to make money in this world is to run your own business. I think business owners are creators. They create jobs. They innovate. They provide services. I think running your own business is the best way to be wealthy in the United States. Clearly, you can make money as a professional, like a doctor, a lawyer, an airline pilot. Um, but you can make that same kind of money with a successful small business, if you're good at it. And you don't need a doctorate to do that. You need common sense and hard work and some luck, of course, too. But I know that the hours are long, right? I think boy, the business owners only have to work. What does that say? I'm trying to for some reason YouTube is blocking. Oh, half days. Yeah, I guess if it's 12-hour days, yeah. I get the joke now. Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. I am a business owner myself because I have a 9 to 5. I work a 9 to 5 because I need dental and vision insurance, and I do have health insurance through my military retirement, which is a big plus. But I still need insurance, life insurance, some other things. One second, let me get this light back on. I don't know why it turned off on us, but it did. Let's get the light back on so we can see things a little better. But ultimately, I think my goal would be to just work for myself, because I'm willing to work those kind of hours, especially when it's for me and my kids and my wife and our goals, right? When I go to work, I'm paid well. I have a good paying job, but I'm not doing what I want to do. I'm doing what I'm told to do, more or less. I'm given a responsibility and I manage that responsibility, and it has nothing to do with my personal life. Gold and silver, I feel like, have a lot more to do with who I am as a person. And so I think that is another kind of driving factor for wanting to work with it full time. Dude Dave, hey, by the way, Dude Dave, thank you for all the comments. And Freedom Stacker's in the house. Talk about comments. Dude Dave, Freedom Stacker, you guys have been around for a long time. Really appreciate all your support. Not that anyone else, I appreciate all of you guys. Just understand that I've been doing this. So I started September 2019, and I'm pretty sure Freedom Stacker's been with me at least 99% of that way. And Dude Dave, I would say you've been with me a long time too. And there's probably a few others in here that have. Thanks, man. Thanks to both of you. As you know, this community it's not a it's not easy to grow a stacking channel, and some of the really good channels don't have, like, thousands and thousands of subscribers. but they have really, really good content, and it takes a lot of videos. It takes a lot of hard work in order to grow a channel on YouTube in the gold and silver arena. I've said it before that if I was doing anything other than this, if I put the same amount of effort and work into a YouTube channel on stocks or on cats or dogs, some generic topic, I'd probably have well over 100,000 subscribers for nearly 5 years of effort. But gold and silver, it takes a lot more because here's the thing, we're talking about sound money. We're talking about being responsible. We're calling out the corruption. We're calling out the manipulation. We're talking about how saving your wealth in cash. Okay, let's think about that for a second. Let's stay on that subject for just a second. This is a $500 bill from what, 1934? Do you know how much this could buy in 1934? I'll tell you, it's about $11,000 in today's dollars. A $500 bill in the 1930s is about $11,000 of buying power in 2023. That is insane. So, what is this if I take this now to Walmart? I can barely buy a PlayStation 5 for my son for Christmas with this note. But if I would have held it in gold from 1934, I could buy him a nice used car. Okay, so that's what we talk about. And look, people don't want to hear it. They don't look, people come here when they're ready to grow and to learn, or they come here because they inherited something and they just want to get cash and they don't know what it's worth and they have no clue what it is and they're trying to figure it out because they think if they go to the coin shop they're going to get lied to, ripped off. I mean, most of us in this community also struggle with trust. Let's be honest, we struggle with trust because we see where our eyes are open to what's going on. And so with the modest amount of cash that we have after we pay for all the things that we got to pay for just to live, we try to put some of that into gold and silver because we want to keep something that we have. Each of our lives we're trying to build something for ourselves, and I think that's what makes stackers unique. It's not a get rich quick scheme. Stacking takes it's like a real marriage. And when I say a real marriage, because I've been divorced. This isn't my first rodeo, let's just put it that way. But I've been married in this marriage a long time, and we have our differences, but we've been married 14 years and we make it work. In my first marriage, it was nothing but chaos. And some people just want to continue to live in chaos, but I think stackers understand that it takes a real relationship with your metals, a real understanding that it is not fast. It's a grind. It's like running the football every single play and gaining 3 yards every single time that the ball is handed off. You're going to keep driving for the first down. You're not going to throw the ball. You're just going to keep running it because it works. And that's what stacking is. It works. It's not fast. And it's a hard sell. It's a damn hard sell to a lot of people because they would so much rather buy $500, headphones. They would, like, for instance, some of you guys know that like I invest in other things. I have stocks. I have a 401k. I have no choice. You got to buy stocks with it, right? Your company does that for you guys that work in corporate America. You know what I mean? So yeah, I use it. I buy stocks and I also buy crypto. But I don't. That's not savings for me. That is just trying to increase my wealth. And then at some point, some of that gets converted into land property, right? That's another big thing that I think most of you guys would understand is something tangible, well, tangible in a way, and valuable, and they don't make any more of it. And then obviously the gold and silver because I'm trying to hold what my hard work. I'm trying to keep it, and I think that's just really hard to convince people to do that these days. Not to mention, nobody has patience anymore. Everybody wants things now. We all have credit cards. You buy it, shows up the next day from Amazon.com, and it might take you a year to pay it off. I mean, there's a lot of people out there in some real serious financial trouble. So trying to sell them on stacking, yeah, it's not going to happen because they're worried about how they're going to pay their credit card bill. let's take another drink and have another toast to everyone in the chat. And hey guys, because it's getting close to 10, let's run this for about another 10, 15 minutes, okay? And we'll call it. But I do appreciate you all being here. I do have to get up at a reasonable time tomorrow. My son, who I'm extremely proud of, he has an open mat one-on-one personal defense training with a jiu-jitsu brown belt tomorrow. My son is a white belt. He's just starting out in jiu-jitsu. He's about 2 months into it. And so he's got a one-on-one session tomorrow that I set up about a month ago with this guy. He's a really nice guy, and I'm hoping that my kid can really take advantage of the one-on-one time and grow from that. So I do have to get to bed at a little bit reasonable time. But hey, one more thing I do want to do for the 20 of you that are still in here, and hey, thank you all for being here. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna share that whatnot link, and I do have to use that mechanical keyboard. It is a little loud. Let's go ahead and type that in. I'm gonna go ahead and just share this in the chat with you guys. Any of you guys are interested? Hey, remember, whatnot does a lot more than just gold, silver. Personally, I plan on doing like jewelry in the future too with this partnership I've been talking about, and I'm even going to try to test out doing some collectibles like sports cards. I don't know if any of you guys are into sports cards, but I do have a little bit of a sports cards collection, and my coin dealer actually does a lot of sports cards. They do watches, sports cards, and flatware. It's not just bullion and coins too. They do all kinds of stuff. So. Yeah, okay, so let's take a look back at the chat too. My internet browser is loading, but it's super slow. Let's see here. Freedom Stacker. I started stacking October 2019. Yeah, Freedom Stacker, you're just a little bit behind me. I started my channel when I had 100 ounces of silver and I think an ounce and a half of gold. I think that's when I started it. I wanted to wait. Like I was watching Yankee stacking back when he had like 35,000 subscribers. Do any of you guys remember Silver Torch? Man, now that was a good silver channel. Silver Torch, I loved Silver Torch. Shadows, was it Shadow Stacker? He was from the UK. He was hardcore on the gold and the collectibles and was very knowledgeable in flipping, getting into like a really hot silver coin and then getting out of it for a profit. Yeah, Silver Torch, his channel was outstanding. He's not around anymore. He's not doing videos at least. Shadow Stacker is not doing videos anymore. Um, it says a timeout occurred here on the. Oh, now it works. Okay, give me just a second. Appreciate you guys being patient with me. I'm trying to multitask here, right? So I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna drag this over real quick onto my monitor so I can actually see what I'm doing, and click on the little icon there. Okay, so I've got 57 followers over on Whatnot. That's outstanding. So let's go to referrals, and it's making me log in again for some reason. I do apologize, guys. I was just trying to post this real quick, but the internet gods are not cooperating. Now it's loading. Yeah, not a good look for you, Whatnot. I'm sitting here trying to talk about how awesome you are, and I can't even freaking get you to load. But yeah, there's some real good channels back there I was watching. I waited till I had a little more than 100 ounces of silver, and I think it was about an ounce and a half of gold, um, in order to get started. Because you want to start a stacking channel, you want to have a little bit of a stack. Just to me, that just kind of made sense for me. To have a little bit more experience before I was coming on YouTube and talking about it. So okay, here we go, guys. It finally worked. I'm gonna hit paste here in the chat, and that link right there will take you to Whatnot, where you can sign up if you want to. I don't know if they give you any kind of a bonus right now for doing so. Maybe they do. It might be like $10. I'm not sure. Please don't quote me. I really don't know what they do. But there's all kinds of different things over there that you can bid on. So I appreciate any of you that are interested in following me over on Whatnot. As mentioned, we will be auctioning off a bunch of just basic silver certificates, some gold certificates, some $2 and $5 like red seal and blue seal notes, some national currency, and then we also have like some a little bit nicer stuff, some $100 bills, a couple. We have one $500 bill, probably about five or six $100 bills, mostly from the 30s, a few from the 60s. And I will have some gold backs and then some fractional currency and a few other cool things like this $10 bill, for instance. Wow, look, that thing just sliced my glove wide open. This right here totally just sliced it wide open. But this is some cool stuff. So we'll do this tomorrow night. Starts at 8 o'clock Eastern time over at Whatnot. Thank you again for anybody that decides to come and hang out with me. Appreciate it. We'll have some fun. There will be some giveaways too, just so you know. I will be giving away some silver certificates, and I think I'm going to throw a couple. I'll throw a couple silver coins and a couple of gold backs in too for some giveaways, so that we can give some stuff away and say thank you to anyone that. I'm not trying to make money, honestly. This first couple of go rounds. I know I'm going to lose money. It's really just trying to build awareness and build the brand. So, you guys got any more questions? Please go ahead and throw them in the chat now. That way I can, answer it before we get it a little bit closer here past 10 o'clock, because I do want to kind of end this probably in about 10 minutes. Got a couple more things to do before for bedtime tonight. But I'm happy to answer any questions you have about anything really. You want to talk about the military, you want to talk about precious metals, you want to talk about whatever, life, travel, food. I'm here, man. I'm here. Got a birthday coming up. That's coming up. So, getting a little bit more experience with each passing year. You guys still there? Who's still here? Anybody here in the chat? Not sure if I've got everybody still. Oh, hey, dude, Dave. Okay, I just saw it flash down to 16, 15, so I'm losing people. So I wasn't sure if my stream turned off or not. But hey, yeah, I really appreciate you being here. Hey, you guys, hey, dude, you got any more questions, man? You got any Freedom Stacker? You got anything you want to talk about? Oh, what coins do you, okay, so we got a question here. Creative experiments. What coins do you recommend not taking out of the tight sealed plastic? Ooh, are you getting buffaloes in inside plastic? I actually haven't gotten one that way. I've gotten some maple leafs in that. Now, if it's gold, you could take it out. Creative experiments. If it's gold, I only look. Hey, I only wear these gloves because I want to keep the stuff that I handle nice. Because I do a lot of videos, I lay this stuff out on the table quite a bit. I just took this rip glove off. But with gold, there's no problem with you holding it with your bare hand. And silver, honestly, I mean, it's your silver. Do with it whatever you want to do with it. Me personally, I just for the visuals, for the camera, I prefer to wear the gloves. And also just, sometimes I touch stuff so many times, like capsules. If I touch coin capsules, then it leaves the finger smudges and stuff on them. So wearing the gloves just kind of prevents any kind of craziness from happening. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. So what coins do you yeah, so I would if it comes in a capsule, just keep it in the capsule. That's my recommendation. If it comes in a capsule, keep it in a capsule. If you want to keep your silver bars inside those sleeves, a lot of silver bars come inside those vacuum sealed or some type of protective uh, pouch. I don't even know the proper term for the plastic that protects them, but that's not a bad idea because it does keep moisture and other things from impacting and tarnishing and toning. It can still do that, by the way, over time, even if it is in the package. But it's really up to you. Silver is going to tarnish if it's left out. It's just going to happen. And if you live in a high humid area where I live, like in Florida, it'll tarnish and tone super fast. Um, I had to make boiler rounds. Boiler, are you working at a plant? Is that what you do? Are you working on a ship? What are you doing as far are you? I know in the Navy they have like boilers mates and stuff like that. I'm a little curious. Hey Kennedy, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm proud to be a veteran. It was one of those like really honestly like a super quick decision, and then I thought I was going to do 4 years. And then it ended up becoming an entire career. It's just how it happened. Money probably had something to do with it because once you get a couple stripes as an enlisted person and you're actually making a couple bucks in the military, They get paid not so bad these days, but for any of my other fellow veterans in the stream right now, you guys know E1s, E2s, E3s, you didn't get paid anything, nothing. I remember getting around $400, a little less than that at times, deposited into my check on the first or the 15th of the month when I first started out. Yeah, that's right. I made about $850 a month when I very first enlisted back in 1998. So, what do we got here? Finally bought a tube of Eagles this year, dude. Yay, man! Eagles are a good thing now because they're the premiums are not so bad on the Silver Eagles. I wouldn't have recommended them so much a year ago. Hell, 6 months ago, it'd have been really hard to recommend Silver Eagles 6 months ago. But I think now is a good time, especially if you can get them at a local coin shop for a lower premium than you would pay, at the online dealers. Obviously, YouTube's online, right? I'm online. We're talking online right now, and I do cover a lot of the online dealers and deals and stuff like that because it's more or less the world that I live in here on YouTube. But if you have a good coin dealer nearby, generic silver rounds and American Silver Eagles are honestly where I think it's at right now. I think that last year I would have been recommending Britannia's, Philharmonics, Krugerrands, Maple Leafs more. There's nothing wrong with them, nothing at all. I just think that because the premiums on Eagles are where they're at now as compared to before, and we know what can happen to them if we encounter a similar um market as to the one that we had over the last couple of years, then doesn't it does would you rather buy this? Let me just ask you a question. Would you rather buy one of these for $23 each, a silver round? Let's just throw a notional number out there, or one of these for 27 or 28. I don't know what they're going. Let's say 28. Okay, yeah, obviously this is more, but let's say in a year's time these are going for 35. And yeah, this is only going for, maybe 27, 28, something like that, depending on spot price. So the numismatic value of coins, that's what I tried to talk about in that coins versus rounds video that a lot of people didn't like that video. But all I was trying to say is if you want to stack silver close to spot price, and that's really all you care about, if you want to get it as cheap as possible and you're stacking because you think that spot price is going to go up and that's going to be your moment to sell or to convert that into gold, then just stick with rounds and bars, the cheapest stuff you can get. When it comes to long-term holding, when you're going to hold the stuff for a decade, more than a decade, let's just use 10 years as a good starting spot. Over time, coins are gonna experience what's called numismatic value, which is where they, a 2017 Silver Eagle in the year 2033 is going to be a little harder to find than a 2033 Silver Eagle, and so on. That's the point I'm trying to make, is that I just think that, stack the cheapest stuff possible if spot price is where it's really at. But, when it comes to coins, they can appreciate in value without spot price going up. Libertads, Peace Dollars, and some American Silver Eagles that we talked about as far as collectability. That's just one. It's just a way for you guys to diversify your gold and silver stack or collection, whatever you want to call it, so that you're prepared for shit hit the fan. You are prepared if shit does not hit the fan. Don't put everything you got into 90%, for instance. Um, because there's just so much out there. There's so much silver. There's so much gold. There's so many different things that that are beautiful, that are cool. We desire them because of the way that they look, whatever. But when it comes to just straight up stacking, I think rounds and 10-ounce bars and 100-ounce bars are where it's at. If you just want to build weight in silver and you want to get out of silver when the spot price is right, coins are where it's at. Like if you want to pass this stuff down to your children and to your grandchildren, I would stack coins. Wouldn't you rather inherit a bunch of old coins, or would you, that are probably, the numismatic value? Wouldn't you, let me ask you a question. Would you rather inherit a bunch of Morgans and silver Peace Dollars right now that are all like brilliant uncirculated, they haven't seen even daylight for 100 years, or would you rather inherit a bunch of rounds? Probably you would go for the coins, I would think, because you can get a lot more for them, and then you could sell them if you wanted to, and then buy way more silver rounds. So that's, guys, that's really just the point I'm trying to make. It's not one or the other. It's not like when I say coins versus rounds, I'm saying, oh, you got, there's a winner. There's not a winner. They're just different. That's really it. Melt it down, it's all silver. But when they're in coin and round form or bar, when they've been minted, it's not the same. Otherwise, we'd be paying the same damn price for all of it, and that's the truth. So that bugs people. It bugs people when you tell them silver is not, silver is silver. Yes, it is. The metal is, but when it's in a coin form or in a bar form, when it has been through the minting process, it is no longer just silver. It is different. It is a maple leaf or it is an eagle, and they will sell for different prices, and that's a fact. So guys, I guess that's going to conclude it for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed my rants, any knowledge that I could share with you, any insights, anything that I'm not right necessarily on everything, but sometimes I think I am. So cheers to all of you. Happy Veterans Day out there to all the warriors, all the brothers and sisters that put on the uniform, and to all of you that support our military community as well. Have a safe weekend. I hope to see some of you during my auction tomorrow night. That would be outstanding to see. Let me know that you're there. Okay, it would be great to have some representation from the channel if you can make it. Obviously, no pressure, no pressure ever. But thank you for tuning in tonight. And I'll go ahead and get a thumbnail together and I'll post this. So if you guys want to come back and catch any of it that you missed, maybe you came in late, I'll have this as a video on the channel. You just have to go to my channel and look under live. I don't think it shows it under videos. I think you have to go to live and actually select the lives and you can catch the replay. So, hey, thanks again. Really appreciate you all being here. I will give this 10-ounce copper bar away in my next video. Usually what I do is I plant an Easter egg, meaning I ask a question, and typically the first person to answer the question correctly in the comment section, I'll reach out to you, we'll communicate, and I'll make sure to get this 10-ounce copper bar to you. So definitely subscribe and set that bell notification if you want to win this copper bar. It has about a $25 or $30 value. So, it's not, you're not going to be able to retire just yet. But hey, it's pretty cool, right? So thanks for watching Florida Stacker. Thanks for being with me tonight. Cheers. God bless. And I'll see you again here really soon. So good night, all. Appreciate you being here.